course. This video is going to go over works cited and MLA formatting. It's going to cover two important things for your research essay or any essay that you're writing where you're using MLA formatting and citing, and that is how to format an MLA, which includes in-text citations and the works cited page. That's what this video is for. So I hope you find it useful. I hope it helps you as you are revising your MLA citations. Let's get started. We're going to the OWL Purdue Writing Lab, our good old trusty website that we use for anything MLA related. And we are looking for the sample essay on here. I already have it opened up because I downloaded it, or I clicked on the link earlier, but I'm going to go there with you here so you can see how to get it. Again, I'm at the OWL Purdue, the University of Purdue OWL Online Writing Lab. Just scrolling down here. This goes over the basics for how your essay should look if you're going to get technical in terms of reading the directions. For those of us that prefer to look at a sample paper, we are going to see these things in the sample paper here. I went ahead and clicked on it. It will come up in a box all its own. For me, it's too small to read, so I am going to click on this link, and it will pop up in another tab. So here is our sample. This is what your research essay should look like in terms of formatting. No matter which option you choose, it's going to have your name, my name, English V01A, and the date. Notice the day is first. All these things matter in MLA formatting. Will they help you in everyday life? I have no idea. They will help you learn how to follow rules and be disciplined, so take it for what it's worth. The header should be here. If you're not sure how to do that, you're going to have to go to YouTube and Google that. I am not in a Word document to show you, but it is the header with page numbers. That should be your last name. See how it matches the last name of the writer and the page number. When you find this feature in a Word document, it'll do all the other pages for you. You just do that one first page. There are descriptions for each of the reasonings behind MLA formatting here. Titles are centered and written in 12-point Times New Roman. That is what your paper should look like. I understand if you don't like that, but guess what? That is what MLA format is. 12-point Times New Roman. The title is not bolded, underlined, or italicized. It's relatively boring, and that's okay. Here's an interesting title, Toward a Recovery of 19th Century Farming Handbooks. I know as a reader, just by looking at this, I'm going to be learning about some of the history behind farming handbooks and the task of the writer, I assume, at recovering them from the 19th century. So we're looking here at the paper. If you're looking at the format, if you're doing a traditional paper, typically in the beginning of your first paragraph, at the end, depending on how you format and how you build up your introduction, your reader's looking for your thesis. Again, you're more than welcome to go through all these cool little notes here. I'm going to look at two things, in-text citations, which are coming up, and the works cited page. I'm going to scroll all the way down through this beautiful essay to the works cited page. This is where you're going to start. You absolutely must cite your works cited, all of your sources, in the works cited page first, if you're trying to be efficient with your time, before you create your parenthetical citations. What is a parenthetical citation? You will find out. But first, all the sources are listed here in alphabetical order. It says works cited really plainly, no bold, no underlined, no italics. You have the last name, the first name, the title of the piece. For those of you that were paying attention, Ray gave us a really cool website that's on our homepage, which is style.mla.org for your quick guide. There's lots of cool information on this website. These are the 9 pieces of information, as Ray has gone over multiple times, regarding what needs to be in your works cited. So again, I'm not going over that right now. You have to figure out what kind of source you've got and how to cite it using the handbook. That's part of your hands-on learning experience. There's also tutors available if you need some backup help. But Google pretty much has everything for you regarding MLA formatting and citing, along with OWL Purdue and the style citing.mla.org website. Once more, you're looking for these 9 pieces of information and trying to fill them in to the best of your ability. You are learning, so please be patient with yourself. I do not have this memorized, this citing business. It is not that interesting to my brain. I like to try and figure it out and, challenge myself to, look up a citing and figure out how to cite it, but I do not have it all memorized, and nor do you have to have it all memorized. Going back to our sample here, we have our authors' names listed in alphabetical order. But what happens if you have a source without an author? Let's see. I know that this does not have an author in the same sense that this source has an author. So your citing begins with the title of the thing that you were searching for. In this case, it's the Historical Census Browser from the University of Virginia Library, posted in 2007 on this website, accessed the 6th of December 2008. So again, if you don't have the name of the actual source, you will start with the second bit of information from your QuickBook guide, because it goes in order, the title of your source. So that's how it matches up. Please be patient with yourself. Figuring this out is a lot of work. Use your handbook, your little seagull handbook, if you have one, from our recommended book list. It is really helpful to have a paper copy of a citing manual. They will give you examples in there, and there's lots of illustrations that are helpful. So again, alphabetical order, last name of author first, follow those 9 steps, and if you don't have an author, you will start by title. Whatever you have listed here, whether it is a title or an author's last name, that is what you will put in the in-text citation, meaning when you pull quotes from your sources into your essay. That is what it will look like. So let's test this out. We're looking for Alan Baker Danhoff. So for those of you that don't know, if you do Control F, this little box right here pops up, and you can type. I'm going to exit out to show you. Control F, and I'm looking for Baker. Baker et al., and that means that there is more than one author listed there. But again, the works cited starts with Baker, and it matches the in-text citing. An in-text citing should be quoted. It should be introduced, quoted, and cited in MLA format, and then commented on after. That is the quote sandwich that we have discussed this semester. Again, be patient with yourself. If you're wanting to really learn this, use the templates from your packet that help you introduce and explain quotes, sandwich those quotes in. And so that's what this is here. We have Baker. If I keep scrolling down, this is an example of a block quote. It's introduced with a colon here, and you have your block quote without quotation marks, and then again Baker et al. At the end of here. At the end of this is your parenthetical citation. I do remember Danhoff as another source. Let me look for it. There it is. So you have this idea that's introduced by the writer, where they're quoting an in-text quote from the source with the last name Danhoff, and we have it right here. It's the last name of the author, and it matches the MLA Works cited page, and it's page 7. So when you have pages, you'll put them on there. You can even do paragraphs if you have a paragraph. Whatever you do, be consistent and do it with all your sources, or don't do it regarding paragraphs, but you have to keep it consistent. So I hope this helps a little bit regarding MLA citing. You can tell when you have an in-text citation, that means it's in the body of your text. Use your sources to share the information that you think is pertinent or important on your topic. Use the information to introduce your source with summary so that we know who your source is. What are they saying? What is the voice? Is it a psychologist, a psychiatrist? Is it someone who has experienced depression, if you're writing about depression? Who is your source? Make sure you introduce them properly with summary, and you cite them properly. Give credit to their ideas. Again, I hope this helps. Make sure that you check out these sources, Al Purdue website, and the style guide, style.mla.org. The links are also on our homepage. Have fun revising your research project if that's what you're using this for. and just take it source by source. Try and be patient with yourself. This is where all the learning happens. If you get frustrated, take a breath and proceed. If you need a little encouragement, you can use what's called STOP, S-T-O-P. If you're getting overwhelmed, you feel your blood pressure rising, you can stop. That's the S. You can take a breath. That's the T. You can observe. How are you feeling? Do you need a break? Do you need to go on a walk? Do you need a glass of ice water? And then the P in stop is once you've observed, proceed. So best wishes on your revising.